Hello, and welcome back to my channel where we make life happen for us instead of to us, and I talk about how we can do that. But this video is not that unless you want to be a YouTuber or you're thinking about YouTube. And I did create this video recently. I was gonna release it, but I was hopped up on cold and flu medication and I felt like I could do better now that I'm not. And this is not scripted, so if it's not completely coherent and I'm a little awkward, I'm sorry. I didn't write out any notes. But essentially the premise of that recording that I did was that if you're thinking about doing YouTube, I think it's still a good idea, even if you don't get subscribers, for a couple of reasons. One being that YouTube gives you an opportunity to share your ideas that you may not have otherwise shared. Like, you ever, okay, maybe it's just me because I'm weird, right? But you ever be sitting alone and then you start thinking of like someone interviewing you and like the things that you would say? Yeah, like YouTube is kind of like your personal, it can be your personal like way to share your ideas like that. Like, okay, no one is interviewing you, but you can still share your ideas as though you were being interviewed in a sense. Like the things that you feel are important to say and talk about, you can do that with YouTube. And another thing is, well, actually, before I move on, even if no one watches your videos, right? Like someone's going to come across your video and it's going to be important to someone. It doesn't matter if you're talking about something like super important or if you're just entertaining, like someone's going to end up watching your video. It's going to be valuable to someone. And like you're going to get better as time goes on. So the second thing is that when you do YouTube, sorry, I have my ice cream here. When you're doing YouTube, you may end up getting connected with people who you may not have otherwise met. Like I have been connected with at least 2 or 3 people that I never would have met. Wonderful people. I never would have met them if it wasn't for me doing YouTube. Because that's how they found out about me. They found out about me through my YouTube channel or through some other way, and then they went to my channel and they're like, oh, she seems cool, and then they reach out to me. And I'm totally fine with like, getting new friends, even though I'm an introvert. But yeah, you'll end up meeting people. You'll likely end up meeting people you never otherwise would have met. You may end up creating community that you may not have otherwise have had. Like I've seen some YouTubers who there are people who don't say nice things about them. I think these YouTubers are great, but there are people who don't. But the thing is that because they've done YouTube, like they have a bunch of people who are in their corner, me being one of them, right? But like there are a bunch of people who are in their corner vouching for them, wanting to create community for them, wanting them to succeed. And I think that we need more of those people in our lives, more people who are vouching for our success rather than our failure. And I think there may have been another point that I made in that recording that I don't remember right now. I think it was just mainly those couple things though, that it's good even if you don't make money or get big on YouTube. The other thing, this is something I didn't mention in the recording, but the other thing is that doing YouTube will help give you some skills that maybe you wouldn't otherwise have had, because, you have to learn how to talk to a camera, which I haven't fully learned yet, clearly, because I keep looking away. But you have to get used to, or you'd learn to eventually feel natural talking to a camera. You would learn like editing skills. Even if there's simple editing skills, you would end up learning editing skills, potentially marketing skills, right? Like if you pair that with doing Instagram or some other social media and releasing your videos on there. So you can end up with some skills you wouldn't have otherwise had. And doing YouTube could potentially lead you to opportunities you wouldn't have otherwise had. So, like, I know I had one client because I do something I don't mention is I do website design, right? Like, I have a business, leadlaunchsolutions.com. I'll put it in the description, but I have a business where I do WordPress can't talk, where I do WordPress website design. And I also create custom business content. So, like ebooks, flyers, media kits, promotional videos, like stuff like that. Guides, like e-guides. Anyway, uh, someone who I met, who I was connected with, a client. I was connected with a client because of my YouTube, because she saw what I did. She saw what my videos were like. She's like, hey, this person seems competent. Like, even though I didn't show my face, right? This is without me showing my face. She's like, hey, this person seems competent enough, computer savvy enough. Maybe they could help me. And then, yeah, clearly I was able to help her, right? I created a site for her. And I did some other work for her where I created a bunch of other like digital resources for her. And I now I have more clients, right? And my YouTube, if they don't get connected to me because of this YouTube channel, it's like this YouTube channel helps. They're able to see some of my skills, that I'm tech savvy, that I'm competent. They hear like how I talk, so like they can kind of see like, hey, I think I can vibe with this person. Like I met with a potential client recently, and they were feeling, even from like the words I wrote in certain social media platforms, they were like, hey, this person seems cool. And then, like, she saw my videos and she's like, oh, no, like, I feel like I can really like get along with this person, and this person can probably help me. So you doing YouTube can lead to other opportunities, even as well. Even though my channel is small right now, I did an interview on someone else's channel, and that led to not only more subscribers for me, but also, again, to people reaching out about my website design services. So that probably wouldn't have happened though if I didn't have YouTube, right? Like, I wouldn't have been able to build that trust with people. Like, that's something YouTube is really good at building trust and letting people see you in that way. So yeah, I feel like maybe that's it. Like, that's doing YouTube. Yeah, you can do YouTube to make money. A lot of people do, but I also find that it has more value than that, right? At least to me. Right now, there's a small channel, but I'm like, hey, I have things to say. And I can't just keep like talking in my brain, having my brain people interview me and me talking about these things by myself. Like, no, I feel like someone needs to hear the things I'm saying. I feel like there are people who need to be encouraged by what I'm saying, because I'm like, hey, if I can do this, you can certainly do it. Right? Like, if it's possible for me, it is possible for you. If it's possible for someone else, it's possible for you. So I feel like that's really important. And also, like, we need more positivity in this world, especially now. Especially now. So I think that's it. I think maybe that's all I wanted to say. I want to eat this ice cream before it gets too melty. But yeah, that is it. So if you're thinking about doing YouTube, I think you should. Does it have to be faceless or faceful? Do you have to show your face? No, because clearly I have not shown my face. Most of this channel, I haven't. The new subscribers, y'all haven't seen my face. I had old videos where I showed my face and then I stopped. Because y'all haven't been seeing my face. You're seeing my face now. Let me know how you like it, okay? Let me know if you like this format, or if you prefer that I go back to the visuals that I was doing. That I wouldn't mind either way, because the visuals are kind of easier. Like, I don't have to feel awkward looking at the camera. I can just read my thoughts that I had put down. But you let me know. You let me know what you'd prefer. So maybe you'll see more of me, maybe you won't. It just depends on what you prefer. Either way, I'm going to keep creating videos because I feel like I have something to say. And this is regardless of how many subscribers I get, or whether or not I monetize. Because YouTube is good for more than just monetization, even if it's just to get my thoughts out. And a lot of people do that. Zion's Diary is literally, she's a YouTuber, a young black girl. She uses YouTube as her diary, pretty much. And she gets subscribers because she just talks about what she's feeling. So you could do that, or whatever else you want, entertainment, whatever. But if you're thinking about doing a YouTube channel, you should do it. Whether or not you get monetized. This is broken. My lip gloss is broken. Whether or not you get monetized, you should do it. Yeah. So I think that's all I have to say today, off the cuff. This is why I read the words I write. This is why. Because I start to ramble. And I don't want this to get, Lord have mercy. How long is this? I don't want it to get any longer. Goodbye, y'all. I'll see y'all later in another video. Again, let me know how you're feeling about this. If you like my encouraging content, feel free to subscribe to my free newsletter. Okay? If you want help reaching your goals this year, I have a community. Will it still be free by the time you see this? I don't know. So you may want to join as quickly as you can. In the community, you get from it what you give. I do give prompts and stuff. So like, I'm trying to help you reach your goals. But like, if you don't say nothing, if you do not interact with me and you do not interact in the community, like I can't. We need the interaction. It's a community, not like a one-sided. Anyway, this video is now 12 minutes. Lord. Goodbye. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one.